One of the most mind-bending ideas in all of physics, Bell's theorem. It's a concept that really, truly shakes the foundations of what we think we know about the world. And it forces us to ask a pretty wild question. Is the universe even what it seems to be?
So let's start with this classic riddle. Is the moon there when nobody's looking? Now, that sounds like something you debate in a philosophy class, right? But it's actually one of the most profound questions in modern physics. I mean, our gut feeling, our intuition screams, of course it's there. But quantum mechanics? Well, it has a much, much stranger answer for us.
All right, so first, let's just lay the groundwork. Let's talk about the common sense universe. This is the world you and I live in every day. Where a table is a table, things are predictable, and they exist whether we're paying attention to them or not. It's the universe that classical physics describes so beautifully. Now, there's a name for this cozy, common sense worldview. Physicists call it local realism. It sounds fancy, but it's a really simple and elegant idea that basically rests on two big pillars. It's the foundation of how we pretty much see everything. So, local realism is built on two ideas that just feel right. The first is locality. It just means that an object can only be affected by what's right next to it. No action at a distance that's faster than the speed of light. And the second idea is realism. This is the belief that the moon is still the moon with all its properties, like its mass and location, even when we're not looking at it. I mean, it's just common sense, right? A thing is what it is. Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine you have a pair of gloves. You put the left glove in one box, the right glove in another, and you send these boxes to opposite ends of the galaxy. Now your friend, way over there, opens their box and sees a left-handed glove. What do you instantly know? You know, without a doubt, that you have the right-handed one. It's not magic. No information traveled faster than light. The handedness of each glove was a fixed property from the very beginning. Physicists call that pre-existing information a hidden variable. That glove analogy seems totally logical. It's how we assume everything in the universe has to work. But, and this is a huge but, the quantum world, the realm of tiny particles, just doesn't seem to play by our common sense rules at all. So, section 2, the quantum connection. This is where we get to the really spooky evidence. We're about to step into the bizarre world of quantum entanglement, where particles can be linked in ways that just defy all our everyday intuition. This whole idea, entanglement, bothered Albert Einstein so much that he famously called it spooky action at a distance. Basically, it's when two particles are created together so that their fates are completely intertwined. If you measure a property of one particle, like its spin, you seem to instantaneously affect the property of the other one, even if it's light years away. So this sets up the central mystery. Are these entangled particles just like our gloves? Do they have hidden, preset properties that we just happen to discover when we measure them? That would be the local realism answer. Or is something way, way weirder happening? A world where these properties don't even exist until the very moment we look? For decades, this was basically a philosophical debate. People just argued about it. But then, in the 1960s, a physicist named John Stuart Bell came along with this absolutely brilliant idea, a way to actually test reality itself and get a real, definitive answer. Bell came up with a mathematical theorem, which gives us a set of rules called Bell's inequalities. Now, don't worry about the math. Just think of it like a line in the sand. If the universe really works like the glove analogy, if local realism is true, then the results of experiments with these entangled particles have to stay on one side of that line. No exceptions. In a simplified version of this test, that limit is the number 2. That's it. If our common sense universe is the correct one, the results of these experiments can never, ever go above 2. That's the absolute maximum. But here's the kicker. The theory of quantum mechanics, the math behind all that weirdness, predicts the complete opposite. It says, nope, the universe is much stranger than you think, and it predicts the experimental results will actually be greater than 2. It predicts our universe will cross that line in the sand and violate Bell's inequality. Okay, so we have 2 predictions, a cosmic showdown. On one side, we have our deepest intuition about how the world should work. On the other, we have the bizarre rules of quantum mechanics. The only thing left to do was to actually run the experiments and let the universe itself tell us who's right. This is it. This is the ultimate question. Do things have definite properties when we aren't looking? Or is reality so fundamentally interconnected that this spooky action at a distance is real? What do you think? Which side won? Well, starting back in the 1970s and continuing right up to today with unbelievable precision, physicists have put this question to the ultimate test. They've entangled particles, shot them miles apart, and closed every possible loophole you could think of. The verdict is in, and honestly, it's stunning. Our universe violates Bell's inequality. It violates it every single time. The quantum prediction was right. Our common sense intuition was wrong. That spooky action at a distance, it's real. Our universe is not locally real. So, wow, what does that actually mean for us? It means we pretty much have to throw out that old, comfortable picture of the cosmos and try to wrap our heads around something far more interconnected and, frankly, far more mysterious. These results force a radical shift in how we see everything. We thought we lived in a universe made up of separate, independent things with fixed properties. But Bell's theorem proves the opposite. The universe seems to be a single, interconnected web where the properties of a particle can be completely undefined until we measure them, and distant particles can stay linked in a way that just makes no classical sense. And this brings us to the formal statement of Bell's theorem. What it really proves is that no theory based on those local hidden variables, that common sense idea from our glove analogy, can ever match what we see in the real world. The weirdness isn't a sign that we're missing a piece of the puzzle. The weirdness is the puzzle. It is reality. So let that sink in. The moon might not actually be there in the way we've always imagined it when we're not looking. Its properties might literally be unwritten, just a cloud of possibilities waiting for an observer. It's a profound and pretty humbling reminder that the universe is so much stranger than we can possibly imagine. And it leaves us with this massive question. If our most basic fundamental intuition about reality is wrong, what else are we completely wrong about?